China, now and then. In China, most people have the basic needs we need to live. One of the basic needs we have to live are clothing. Your clothing are what keep you warm from the cold, also protect you from the danger. In ancient China, all clothing were handmade. If you were to buy two of the same pieces of clothing, not one to the next would be the exact same. Nowadays, all clothing are made by machines. People set the machines to a certain pattern. Then the machines make that pattern until we change it. Education is very important, and people do have different teachers that teach different ways, so you think differently. For teachers in the past, the teachers weren't the friendliest. You go to school, you wouldn't get the nice friendly smile you get today. Not only that, everything would have to be on the right, which means you would have to write with your right hand, raise your right hand when you have a question, and then stand on the right while asking the question. Meanwhile, now when you go to school, it's your freedom to decide whether you write with your right hand or left. You also don't have to stand while asking a question. You go to school and you get the nice friendly smile from your teacher. As a leisure, back then, you would normally just talk or play and running games, but you wouldn't have an iPad to play video games with. Yay, free time! Maybe then they'd go sit on a bench outside, have a snack, and enjoy the nice sun. Nowadays, our parents yell at us to get outside because we're stuck on video games. But sometimes we're inside making bracelets, or maybe we're outside. There are lots of things to do during our leisure time. When you think of technology, you probably think of iPads or computers. Well, see how advanced our technology has become. In old China, the technology was very different from then how we think of technology. What do you cut your food up with? Do you really count a knife as technology? Well, it is, or a sea drill. There's so much technology in this world, but we don't consider it technology. Or even the simplest thing, like a throat harness or shoes. Now, we don't consider that technology. If someone says to you, get your technology, you think of your iPads or phones, not your sea drill, if you have one. Between then and now, the way our communication has improved is crazy. We used to just talk face-to-face or mail a letter. You could also draw pictures up on the wall, or just like we do today, talk over dinner. We can now just easily pick up our iPads, and somehow with radio waves, we can contact someone on the other side of the world. Of course, just like now, people needed money to buy the different things, like the basic needs to survive. Here you can see that all money looks the same, but different color. But now, money is different sizes, color, and shape. We have coins, bills, and you can put your money onto different things like credit cards, gift cards, and checks. All families from all over the world are very different, but it is very interesting how the families have changed. In the past, the fathers were more strict, and the mothers would stay at home. If the mother goes out to work, people will think she's crazy. But it had slowly turned to be the opposite. Normally, the mothers are the ones who go get food, not the same way they did in the past, and they're more strict. The government of China has slowly changed over time, and with each government, there are different rules. One of the rules that China has today is that you're only allowed one child, so the government definitely has become more strict with some rules. The belief system are different religions, and there are millions and millions of belief systems. There used to be so many religions, some just a little, and some would follow every rule. Now no one really has different religions, or not by the government. The government doesn't really like to have the religions, but very few people do follow rules of some religions. See all around us, all these buildings around us? None of these used to be here. We've cut down so much greenery. There used to be no buildings, not one. There used to be so much trees, But you don't realize that because now there are none. Now there aren't as many trees, but a lot more buildings. Fact, China uses 50% of the world's cement and 30% of the world's steel.